So I know y'all have heard this saying before, or this statement said before. It always occurs when, the conversation about race comes up, right? And you'll hear people say something like, I don't see color. I don't see color. And I always told y'all in previous videos, I despise when people say that. Like, it really, I cringe when people say that. I like, huh? How does that make sense to you? No. And 2 years ago, I wrote a Facebook status expressing why I despise when people say that. And I'm going to read it to y'all. And then I'm going to talk to y'all about what I said or what I wrote. So this is what I said. I said, there are several reasons why I cringe when I hear people say, I don't see color, as a way to say they're not racist. Or when people say, the way to end racism is to stop talking about it. When people say these things, it seems very disingenuous because we all see color. That is, unless you're colorblind. We all see color, right? It's the reason why we stop at red lights and pick out certain clothes to wear, because we can see the colors that we like. But beyond the aforementioned fact, when people choose to ignore the construct of race entirely, they think it's some type of liberal or progressive behavior that is helping society move forward. They think if they say, I don't see color, that we're helping society advance forward beyond racism. No, we're not. In fact, this refusal to acknowledge race harms society more than people think, as it causes people to ignore the sensitivities and struggles of people outside of their own ethnicity, which ultimately harms black people and other people of color the most because, ding, 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 you don't see them. Additionally, I despise when people say the way to end racism is to stop talking about it. I heard Morgan Freeman say that, and I thought that was the stupidest shit in the world. I thought it was, excuse my language, I thought it was stupid as hell when he said that. Like, that's really something that's toxic to say, and society never benefits when people choose to stay quiet about serious issues or things that they deem uncomfortable, because race makes you conversations about race makes a certain segment of the population uncomfortable, so they act like, oh, we need to just stop talking about it. Just because something makes you uncomfortable does not mean it shouldn't be addressed. So what if it makes you uncomfortable? Ignoring sensitive subjects or sensitive topics instead of tackling them head on to educate yourself is just being deliberately ignorant. And unfortunately, this type of behavior sets society back instead of moving forward. And I see it time and time again, right? Like, they don't like talking about race. I don't want to talk about it. I don't want to talk about it. So we just gonna act like it doesn't exist. Who handles problems like that? That's not the way to handle any issue. To act like it doesn't exist? Like, come on, man, that's ignorant, man. I hate when people do that. Like, no, the way to end racism is not to not talk about it anymore. What the hell? Nothing will get resolved at that point, because ain't nobody expressing the things that are wrong in the world. Nobody is expressing themselves about what shouldn't happen or what shouldn't be said or what shouldn't be done. Everybody's sweeping it under the rug and acting like they don't see certain stuff. That ain't gonna help our society move forward at all. But yeah, man, when people, I don't see color, I don't see color, I don't see color. Fam, just say you're not racist. Don't say you don't see color, because you in fact do see color, just like the rest of us do, right? But when you act like it don't exist, when you act like, oh, I don't see color, I don't see color, at the end of the day, you're gonna be ignorant, or it really causes people to ignore the sensitivities and struggles of other people that don't look like them, which will have them living in their own world, and it will cause harm to people of color and black people too. Like, I hate when people say that though. Like, I'll be like, why? Like, no, don't say that. You see color. You see color. You're not being progressive. It's not no type of liberal ideologies to say, I don't see color. Yes, you do. You see that I'm a black man. You see that man is a Hispanic man. You see the differences. You know that. And I think people should be aware of the differences between different cultures or ethnicities of people. You should be aware of those differences so that nobody is being insensitive to the culture of other people. Like, because different ethnicities have their own culture. right? And if you act like, oh, I don't see them, I don't see, all I see is you as a human being. No, acknowledge my culture. Acknowledge my, like, you gotta, to be respectful of my culture, you have to acknowledge my ethnicity. You have to. And if you don't, that oftentimes lead to people saying all type of racist stuff, saying all type of cultural insensitive things, culturally insensitive things to people. That ain't gonna fly. But people always try to use that. I don't see color. I don't see color. Yes, you do. Yes, you do, man. Like, nah. People try to use that as a way to glide past the subject of race because they don't like talking about it. What's gonna happen, fam, if you're talking about race? What is gonna happen? What's gonna happen so bad that you so shook and scared to talk about race? Why does that make you so scary? Why are you so scared? Why are you so scary that you don't want to talk about race? Like, no, let's talk about it. Let's have a discussion about it. We need more dialogue about racial situations in America, so we can get to the bottom, the root of a lot of these problems, and we can try to resolve these issues, or try to put these issues to the forefront so people can know the problems that exist, even though they already know. They be a lot of people they know what's going on, but we gotta talk about it. We gotta lay everything out on the table so we can get some solutions to occur. So I hate people that I don't see color stuff. Miss me with that. Miss me with that completely. Cause I made videos about certain issues about race, and I always talked about how I didn't like when people said that. But now I was like, man, I think I articulated myself very well in this post. So I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna make a video and expound upon that and say exactly how I feel. Because I choosing to act like choosing to act like the construct of race does not exist entirely, that is ignorant. It's gonna make us just step on each other's toes all the way and have people being ignorant to the things that, yeah, are insensitive to other cultures or other ethnicities of people, man. And I ain't for that. I'm not for that, man. But I just remember when that pissed me off when Morgan Freeman said that. Because there was people co-signing it left and right. People in a dominant society co-signing everything. Yeah, I agree with Morgan Freeman. Just don't talk about it. Why do you guys talk about it so much? Because you know they think black people, all we do is talk about race and all that type of stuff. Yeah, because a lot of our problems deal with race and racism in America, so we going to talk about it. Of course. We're not going to shut up. We're not going to be quiet about it because, oh, it makes you uncomfortable when we talk about it. Well, damn. How you think it make us feel if it's happening to our people? So we going to talk about it. But it's like people always think, oh, you know, black people are talking about race and all that. Like, nah, yeah, we going to talk about it. We're going to talk about it to try to get a solution to occur. But it was people that was co-signing everything Morgan Freeman was saying as if he was saying something profound. No. Nah, hell no. I wasn't fooling with Morgan Freeman on that at all. And I think he's a great actor. I really appreciate his acting skills and the voice that he has, because I feel like I used to think, man, if Morgan Freeman can narrate my life, that would be dope, man. My man's have narrate everything that I did, and you know how that voice he has. He got that significant voice. Well, I remember when Wale used him in a video. But anyway, people was just like acting like Morgan Freeman said something profound and everybody should be like Morgan Freeman. Hell no. Hell no. I'm not being nobody being silent on racial issues that we know exist that need to be spoken up on. Hell no, man. Nobody gonna cower to it and just if we act like we don't see it, if we act like ain't nothing going on, things gonna get better. Hell, in what world are things gonna get better if you act like you don't see something going on that's wrong? All that is, if you don't speak up about it, a lot of the injustices gonna keep occurring time and time again. You act like it don't exist, the injustices gonna keep playing out. Stuff gonna keep happening over and over again because ain't nobody speaking up. Because they just hoping things gonna get better if we stay quiet and don't say nothing. Nah, fam. I'm not gonna let nobody co-sign that. I ain't letting Morgan Freeman ride with that because I was just puzzled. Like, what? Bro, if he don't get his ass up out of here with that, like, no. And if you think that's cool what he said, you think that was right, I don't know. This ain't the video for you, and I don't fool with what you talking about or how you think. Cause that ain't cool, man. I think any type of racial issues need to be addressed and talked about. And we gotta put things on the table, man. We gotta put things on the table. Because if we don't say nothing about certain stuff gonna keep happening. It's gonna keep playing out because ain't nobody saying nothing about it. Ain't nobody using their voice about things that's going on that's wrong involving race, especially black people and people of color. Like, nah, bro. Nah, we already are minorities in society. So our voice is not that big. It's small. I'm not going to let nobody put us on mute because, oh, that's the way. Don't talk about it because that's the way it's going to end. If we just don't act like we don't see it and act like it's not going on. Especially coming from one of my own people, Morgan Freeman. I was like, huh? Where he coming from with that, bro? You've been in Hollywood way too long, making them movies, making them Hollywood money for you to be saying that. You saying that, you've been in Hollywood way too long for you to be saying that. Like, nah, bro. Come on home. Whatever you think and cut that out. We gonna talk about it. That man was so confident when he said it. How to end racism? Stop talking about it. Stop talking about it. I'm looking at his ass like, bruh, nah. I'm really, fam? That's what you really thought? Nah. He can go on with that one. That ain't gonna fly. Not over here. Not with me. And I know a lot of other black people felt the same way. Gonna put us on mute. We already minorities in society. Now we just gonna act like we gonna zip it and just let everything ride out. It's gonna be what it's gonna be. Just don't talk about nothing that's dealing with race. Nah, man, that's a cowardly move to me. I don't fool with that at all. That's just my opinion, y'all. Y'all let me know what y'all think. Machiavelli Mills TV. Peace.